Good evening. The operators of a landfill site in Staffordshire have been urged to do everything in their power to stop odours and emissions coming from the site after reports it's affecting the health of nearby residents.
Walleys Quarry near Newcastle-under-Lyme has been under scrutiny for many years, with campaigners fighting to get it closed. One mother says even though she's moved a mile away from the site, it's not far enough and the smell is still a huge problem. Andy Bevan reports.
2-year-old Denzel loves a yoghurt at lunchtime, but just lately there's been another course to follow dessert, an inhaler for his breathing problems, brought on, according to his mother Becky, by emissions from the Walleys Quarry landfill site. The site at Silverdale in Staffordshire is currently monitored by the Environment Agency after hundreds of complaints by local residents going back several years about a bad egg-type smell spreading across the surrounding area. The owners have capped off some of the site, and over last winter the smell subsided, but now it's back again.
Took Denzel nursery yesterday morning. I opened the car door and it was wow. It absolutely stunk.
Becky Curry's older son Matthew, who's now 7, also has a history of respiratory problems. His case was the subject of legal action against Walleys Quarry, but was unsuccessful. The boy's mother has recently moved a mile further away from the landfill site to try to escape the smell, but she fears for both her sons.
We've now been to the doctors and Denzel's now been prescribed a steroid inhaler.
And do you put that down, well, what do you put that down to?
Well, after everything I've been through with Matthew, I put it down to the landfill. There's no need for a 2-year-old child to be on steroid inhaler. There's just no need for it.
In his role as chair of a partnership of agencies involved in the monitoring and regulation of the site, Staffordshire's Deputy Chief Fire Officer has written to Walleys Quarry seeking an assurance that they're doing everything within their power to minimise the odours recently escaping into the community.
Primarily the Environment Agency, who are in charge of regulation for the site, they're working on a daily basis with the operator to assess all possible causes of the recent spike. I would say that it appears to have subsided. However, we need to keep an eye on it and ensure that the operator is identifying any possible causes and rectifying it as soon as possible.
In the meantime, Becky Curry says there's only one thing that will put her mind at rest.
I'll be happy again if they get the licence revoked and inert waste only going in, and somebody to be accounted for what's been happening to our community.
Andy Bevan, ITV News.
Well, Walleys Quarry has responded to both Denzel's case and the letter from Staffordshire Fire and Rescue Service. Now, for the first, they said Walleys Quarry has never been found liable in court to have caused any health issues of any type. All attempts to do so have ended in failure and been rejected by various courts. What is more, emissions have at all times been below the World Health Organization's health guideline levels. There is absolutely no evidence to support these claims.
And in response to Mr. Lujny's letter, they said the contents were misleading and potentially scaremongering, and that emissions, odours and complaints about Walleys Quarry have reduced significantly over the last 12 months. They went on to say, we voluntarily invested over £2 million on works to capture and destroy emissions, and complaints have fallen by 90%.
Other news now.